And this time, let's try using nanoVNA to see the performance of this antenna and try tuning it. So this is a very simple antenna. It has just one connector here and two radials, which are simple electrical wire. So it's supposed to have a third, this is the driving element, which was supposed to have an electrical wire as well. I changed it to this telescopic antenna so I can easily change the length of it, and we can see with nanoVNA how the performance and the resonating frequency is being affected if I change this length. So we have our antenna set up in this PVC tube, and we have nanoVNA plugged as well to this antenna. So right now it's doing the sweep across all the frequencies up to almost like 1 gigahertz. Let's see how well this antenna performs on a 2-meter band. And first we enable SWR. So we go to Display, Format, SWR. So now this yellow line right here is showing the reflected signal at a given frequency. So since it's not showing well, let's zoom in or limit the frequency here to 2-meter band. So we go back, we say one more time back, and we say stimulus start, let's say at 100 megahertz, and we stop at say 200. So this is the yellow line is representing our SWR. So let's kind of point our cursor at 144. That will be here. So 144 is here, and our SWR is very high, so it's around 12. So let's start expanding this antenna a little bit higher and see what's happening. So now, as we go higher, our resonant frequency is moving lower. So we actually see the low point here. So let's do it a little bit more. Okay, so a little bit more. A little bit more. So now our SWR is at around 3, but still the resonating frequency is much higher here. So let me get actually a pencil here to point. So we want to raise it so that this lower peak happens to be where this cursor is. Well, almost there. So our SWR is 1.64. It's actually getting pretty good. Raise it a little bit more. And now look at this. Our SWR for this little antenna that we adjusted just now is 1.13 right here. This is actually pretty good. And if you look at the bandwidth of this, so 137, this is kind of the beginning, this is probably the worst, is still under 2. And 150, that's the end, is 1.57 here as well. So across the entire band, we get a very nice low SWR. And if we do a little bit more care here, we probably can adjust it really, really nicely to a specific frequency. So in this case, at 145, look at this as SWR, 1.17, which is very, very nice. Now, the same antenna is set to resonate at 70 centimeter band. So let's change our defaults here, the frequency stimulus from say 400 to 500 megahertz. So start 400 and then stop 500. Okay, now let's position our cursor at something like 430, let's say. So 430. So now SWR is not very good. So it's around 2 right here. So, but this is where it is. Like it has a little bit of a dip. But let's play a little bit with the dimensions of the antenna to see if we can make it better. So let's lower it first. and see what happens. Okay, so it went down actually, and the resonating frequency is a little bit higher here. So, but it went down to around 2.03. So let's raise it just a tad. And you can see how small adjustments I'm making actually. So now it's went under 2, so 1.85, a little bit more. So 1.77, and let's try a little bit more. 1.78, so generally almost there, but you can see how small adjustments are seen here, so 1.75. I think we will not be able to achieve better SWR without adjusting these radials as well. So we probably need to do some more tweaking to this antenna to be a better antenna on a 70 centimeter band. But so far what we see is this nanoVNA is pretty useful and pretty easy to use to adjust an antenna, as you see, very easily, very quickly, and you can see how it resonates across the entire band very nicely and visually here.